Welcome
Welcome
to Shade
to
and the
Shade
City.
in the City.
I am your girl, Treese.
It's Nels.
And today we are jumping into our review of 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way, Season 5, Episode 20. Don't get me lying. I do have the name, though. It's called Give Me a Breakup. Okay. So yeah, that sounds about right. If you haven't already, Shade Squad and all of our new viewers, please make sure that you do us a favor and hit that like button.
And that subscribe button.
And y'all, let's jump right into it because I can't lie, it was good. It was good. I was here for it. It was good with a T at the end. All right, y'all, but let's get into it. Let's get shady. So we get into Nels' favorite couple. We're starting off with Brandan and Mary. Brandan is concerned, about Mary possibly calling off the wedding, based off their fight that they had the day before. Now, Mary doesn't feel like she should marry Brandan either because she doesn't know if he can stand up and be a man and, take care of his family like he needs to. And I said, well, has he given you any evidence to make you think otherwise? I guess maybe because he sent you some money while he was over there. But the minute he was over there, he was broke. So, I mean, I don't understand why she, but she got a baby on the way. I get it. So her grandfather ain't there because he's at work. So Brandan's mom shares with Brandan as they're getting prepared to go out for the wedding, that, what her conversation with Mary and how she feels, and basically says that, look, you about to be married with a child. You need to man up, basically. And I was here for Mama saying something, but I don't know how Nels will feel about that because, Mama, she may not feel like Mama has a right to say anything. So then,
as long as he listens and he don't feel like I do.
You stupid. So she basically tells him, or, he feels like, she really sees the love that him and Mary have, and he needs to put in this extra effort. And I was like, they didn't show us that on camera. She never said that. I think that because you're going to do it, she's going to support you. But I don't ever think she said those words. Maybe I'm wrong. Correct me down in the comments if I'm wrong, Shade Squad. But I don't think she ever signed off and it was like, oh, I love you guys together. I don't ever remember her saying that. That's just, So they get dressed for the ceremony, and, Brandan feels like all they've been through, he's just so ready to spend his life with, the Eric Benet. Can I just see you I'm sorry.
She wasn't.
What'd you say? Oh yeah, she wasn't. She was like, well, if I gotta do this, you know what I'm saying? And so they get married. The mayor is actually marrying them. It was a beautiful location. Mary looks beautiful in her dress. I don't know what Brandan was doing in that suit, but as long as the bride looked good, I think that's what matters. And so, it looks like everything's looking up. And then as
until night fell.
Until the nightfall at the reception. And all of a sudden, they think they see a fog rolling in the distance. And then they realize that it's not a fog. It's actual infestation of beetles.
Just,
and they swarm into the reception. They're everywhere. They are attacking people. And to me, this is not a good omen or a good way to start a marriage. And I don't know if I would do it. I might run like hell. But that's just me. Any thoughts?
I think I would have been like the mom and had a panic attack.
Yeah, that probably would have been me.
Oh my God. They were everywhere. They were everywhere.
Ain't enough Raid in the world.
Raid, girl, they gonna be all over the Raid bottle. They probably drink that.
I know, right?
They like, girl, please. What you think it's gonna do? We don't die, we multiply.
Right.
Next up is Holly and Wayne. We know who loves them.
Not I, said the cat.
She damn lie. So after Wayne's conversation with Holly about, moving to America, he thought it was best to go have a conversation with his dad so he can get some advice. Now, his dad said he completely understands where Holly's coming from with this load shedding. He's like, that can be a lot. Okay. Get a girl some grace.
Right. Especially when you're not from there, you're not used to that. You used to have electricity on a regular basis.
But he also said that Holly needs to, stick to her vows. And, she can't just want to up and run back to America every time things get uncomfortable, which of course pretty much validated Wayne's feelings.
Right.
But what got me was Wayne basically told the dad that, oh yeah, she wants to go to America without me. First of all, sir, that's not what she said. And then later on in the conversation,
he's talking about the process. He doesn't want to be without her, the waiting process and getting him over there.
Oh, well, I don't want to be here sitting in the dark for hours where somebody could just bust in and do anything to me. So maybe what you should do is during the waiting process, how about you get us some damn security?
That might be helpful. But
something.
He thinks he's giving it the best that he's got. Baby. Okay.
Oh, what was it, like his mace thing or something? His
just everything.
Mace
he's
trap,
like, I've given you my all. I'm out here working all these hours, doing all these things, and I was gonna let you get to it, but I think he thinks she's just spoiled. That's what he gives me. He thinks that she's just being a spoiled American.
Until something happens while you're gone at work and I'm in this house and can't identify who did it to me.
That part.
I mean, yeah, spoiled until then. So then Holly and Wayne went out to have a conversation. Apparently it's around the area that they got married. He let her know that he had a conversation with his dad and he wasn't happy about it. And, neither was Wayne. Well, I guess it's like Wayne and Wayne Sr. or something like that. Both of their names is Wayne. Okay. Mm-hmm. And she basically tells him that she doesn't know how she's supposed to be happy there in South Africa. And he really has no options. He has no suggestions. He's all out of options because apparently the only one was this little makeshift mace thing that he made.
Right.
And basically told her she needed to figure it out. I just told you I did. And you're sitting here trying to talk me out of it. The option I came up with is a problem for you. And you don't have none. So look, I did all I can do. Okay.
I'm always say that before you give any advice or give me an alternative solution, because I would just look at you. What is the alternative?
I told you I told you what I came up with.
Right.
We ain't got this where I'm from. Okay. And basically then he told her that had he known being married to an American would have been this hard, he would have never done it. So of course, this makes her upset because it makes it sound like he didn't want to marry her in the first place. He tries to explain it to her, but this part I felt like she wanted to, be dramatic and stuff.
Of course.
And of course, she ran off into the night.
Like my notes say, like a thief in the night, like our good friend Paul.
What's crazy is, though, you're so scared of being in the dark and scared of being in the dark in South Africa, but you ain't got no problem doing it in the streets. They ain't even got to break in where you at. You just running.
You just run into danger.
And he ain't following behind you. So
bless her heart.
Bless her heart. Boo, book your flight. Book your flight, boo. Book your flight.
Well, she got to make it home first,
Huh?
So she got to make it home first. When you run around in the middle of the night.
Make it to the airport. She just got to make it to the airport.
You will. So then we see our good friends, Kenny and Armando. They're at the bank.
Oh, that was so dry. I was actually waiting for you to say it the right way. What was
Kenny and Armando? All right. So you're stupid. So yeah, they're at the bank to drop off a deposit. That's how I'm word that situation. They have decided they are going to mix their specimen together to create their child. They go do their thing and they test.
First of all, I didn't know that was even
Oh, that was
possible.
possible. Yeah, I thought that was
I
dope.
thought that was just so dope.
Yeah.
I thought that was so dope. I hadn't. I know. Yeah, I'm off. Yeah, but I was like, wow, Mexico out here doing it. I mean, listen, maybe we do it in the U.S. I wouldn't know. I don't know. I just never heard of it.
Look,
But
Kenny got the money. He found where they do it. Okay. Armando.
look, we ain't seen first. We didn't really see. I mean, I feel like, listen, as many we done seen some IVF appointments. Okay, in other shows, you back and forth. Ain't no discussion about no money, no nothing. I
Right.
mean, listen, Kenny over here. Listen, when we gonna let's go make this deposit. Let's get this done.
Let's get it done.
Kenny
Get her
caked
done.
up. We ain't see nothing about no payment plan. We ain't see nothing. All we see is action. Okay, Kenny making it happen. Kenny caked up.
Like I said, Armando lucked up. He found him a bag.
He knew what the hell he was doing.
Right. So yeah, they do their thing, and basically they're hopeful that their surrogate Hama, I believe her name was, will be pregnant in a few weeks. And I think they said it could be like up to
I thought it was like Hema.
Oh, it might be Hema. I knew it started with an H because remember we were like, is it Gemma for real?
I think it starts with a J, but it's pronounced Hema.
But yeah, that's them. I mean, do you have anything to add? That was them.
I mean, I don't know if you. I don't even know if you touched on. I just thought it was cute how, Armando was super nervous, and then Kenny's texting him trying to get him through it and stuff like that.
Look, I said they did their thing and moved on.
I can't. Next up is Sarper and Shekinah. So, she's kind of upset still with Sarper because
he's being a butthole.
And he just sprung this whole baby thing on her. She's kind of hiding away. She said she don't want to talk to him. She's doing like she normally do too. She done found a bathroom or locker room or something to go hide in. And
that's her thing.
Find it. But yeah, he finally gets a chance to talk to her because he did his thing and busted his ass right up in there. Said, "I'm here." Okay,
right, that's what they do.
That's what they do. And she basically tells him that, they've already discussed this and he need to get himself together because ain't no baby coming up out of me, sir.
Right.
We
all this work.
She said, I'm snatched to the gods and nothing is messing this up. Okay. So he tells her basically she's not even crying right now and she's about to lose him. She said, what exactly should I be crying over? Okay. A guy who's demanding me to have a child after only dating him for 5 months. I said, well, girl, you better tell him. And she was like, sir, you're about to lose me. Okay. This is the prize. This is the prize. I don't know. You might want to ask all those other women who the prize is. Okay. I don't know. All right. Sarper's feeling like he's the prize.
I was going to say.
Clearly he don't think she's the prize because when she said that he was about to lose her, he said, you think I give a damn?
He said, it only take 2 days.
He said, it will take me 2 days to forget you, girl. All I got to do is go out and mess with somebody else. And you know how easy that is. Okay. I'm for the streets. All right. I just ain't been in the streets, in the sheets with nobody else. But if you want to find out, I'll teach you. I'll show you something. Okay. And he basically told her to book her flight.
I'll show you better than I can tell you.
And he said, look, really? He said, I ain't even got to show you. Look, watch this. Book your flight as soon as possible and watch me not call your ass, okay? Because somebody else going to be in that new bed that I just bought.
Well.
Just like that. Just like that.
Well, what are your thoughts on the situation?
I mean, listen, I feel like if we had an agreement, that ain't no kids coming up out of me.
Right. That's why I'm kind of with her. You're not gonna look, you're not gonna Tiffany and Lewis me. This is what we're not gonna do. When I say
it'd be different. It'd be different if, you know, you're like, okay, well, you know, I changed my mind, you know, I'm in love with you. This is really what I want. Okay, you know, we can have like a conversation like that about it.
Right.
Like, you know, even if I'm still heavy in my stance, it ain't happening, right? But it's coming from a loving place, a place of desire, not a demanding place. Like, but you're gonna have my baby, or you can fly your ass back home. Now we got a problem. Because who the hell is you talking to? Let's book the flights. Let's book the flights.
I agree with you, but I also
Two
agree.
people need to go back home. Holly and Shekinah.
Yes, no, they both do need to go back home. But I will say, playing devil's advocate, not the devil.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm just gonna say,
look, Jesus save her.
You stupid. I'm just gonna say that I can respect Sarper for being like, yo, I was about to propose to her, but this is something I really want. And if you ain't gonna do it, then get the step in.
I can't. Because how were you not thinking about proposing to me before considering having a baby with me when a baby was never on the table? Now the proposal is off the table for something that was never on the table.
Well, I guess because now for him it's a deal breaker.
Now it's a deal breaker. Well, guess what? You wanting one is a deal breaker. So on my flight I go. Listen, I'd have been like, you ain't said nothing but a word, sir. Because guess what? Just like you in these streets, you think, look, listen, I done had a bag. I done had a man that is willing to still, okay, we ain't even together. All right. And it's because of this. All right. So deuces. Now look, I ain't gotta worry about catching nothing from your ass. Oh. Lay down with dogs, wake up with fleas, girl. You best be careful.
That's true. Now we get into the what I feel like was the highlight. It was the highlight of this episode. And that was Danielle and Yohan. Now, I will say that although we may not care for Danielle and we may not care for Yohan, but Yohan definitely proved that he was only in this for what she had. So we see that he's decided the relationship is over, but they still gonna go and play nice and do the thing for the kids in the neighborhood. So they show up and Danielle's more upset. It's the happiest time of the year. And I can't lie to you. I said, what do they do? What do they do?
And you know what's so bad though? I'm not gonna lie. I thought about you in that moment. I feel like that would be something you would say, because you're like because you're so much like about the holidays and like, you know, it is like family time and stuff like that. You would I feel like you would be upset that it's like this is happening around Christmas. Like, for real? Like not
the way he was popping and slapping at her. No, that wouldn't have. I would have been like,
no, I'm not saying to that extent, but I do feel like a comment like that will come out your mouth. Something to do with the fact he's acting like this around the holidays.
This time. Yeah, I
exactly.
Yes, that would be something I would say.
I wouldn't. So, I wouldn't give a damn what time it is.
You stupid. So they put on a performance for the kids, and then you know they get back in the car, and so she's like, "Well, what are we gonna do now?" And I think that's what was irritating me, because it was like, and he's like, "Well, that
irritated me too, because I know that she was hoping that we just had a great moment. It was a beautiful moment. We just did this for the kids."
She was hoping he was going to backpedal and pussy pop.
He said, well, I can't go back to my house dressed like Santa Claus, so I need to go change. I need to go to the house so I can take my ass to hell back home.
Yeah, Yohan wasn't interested in rekindling. He said that he's tried for a year. He's been trying. Because, you know, she's still trying to talk to him and, you know, and this takes work. And and Danielle is still clearly hurt. So when they get back to the house, she doesn't want him to take any of the clothes that she bought him. She don't want him to take the hangers. And, you know, she's just being extra. He goes to take some hats. And, you know, he thinks that she's just being selfish and cheap. So basically, when she tries to snatch the hats out his hand that she bought, then he goes for the dog that he claims that he bought. And
He said, well, I bought the dog. How about that?
and then that
Catch me outside. How about that?
You stupid.
With my puppy.
With my puppy. And then so Danielle starts to go crazy and tell him, basically,
you're not human.
Yeah. And she kicks the whole camera crew out and they shut down production because she's having a meltdown. And yeah.
How'd you feel about that scene?
I just
about how Yohan handled that.
Okay. See, that's hard to say because I know what's gonna happen on the next one. But I would say that to me, a man that behaves like that usually already has moved on. And that's why it's so easy to be like, no, he had his mind made up. And so in my mind, when it was
but I meant the both of them being petty. Did you think it was wrong for him to try to take the dog?
I thought she was being childish in that moment. All the clothes that I bought you, I wouldn't take clothes, but yeah, if those are my dishes, I'm keeping my dishes. If those are my shelves that I put up on the wall, bitch, I'm taking my shelves. You buy new shelves. If those are my washcloths and my towels, find a way to wipe your ass. I did that. But like I said, your house will not be a home. A chair will be a chair when I'm not sitting there. Okay. That's how
I feel like she went low and he went to hell.
Well, yeah.
And honestly, I thought it was hilarious. I thought she was being super petty. With the clothes, the hangers,
I think that was very petty.
So I thought that it was funny as hell that he's like, okay, well, you want to keep what you bought, then I'm gonna keep what the hell I bought. He did give it a dog back, but I just thought that it was funny, boo, I like, okay, I can get back at you too. I thought it was hilarious.
Well, I mean, he met her. He's matched her energy for once.
Now, at the end of the day, as women, we know that you ain't stepping out the door with the damn dog. It's not gonna happen because we're gonna be behind bars.
She had to shut production down
because we gonna be behind bars.
I was gonna say because she was getting ready Yohan up.
But I do think it was funny that he's like, okay, well, I bought the dog, so how about that?
Well, yeah, y'all drop down in the comments. Let us know what y'all think about that scene. And as y'all know, if you have not peeped it already, but we will have episode. I'm not even gonna. I'll get on a rant about that next episode while we're on episode 21 of a season. But anyway, so yes, drop down in the comments. Let us know what you think. But Shade Squad, new viewers, if you haven't already, please make sure you hit that like button.
You comment.
You subscribe.
And hit the notification bell.
And make sure you're following us on all the platforms, the TikTok, Twitter, the Facebook, and the IG. And we will catch y'all. I'll have this for y'all. I'll have the next of The Other Way on Thursday for you. So, yeah, we'll catch y'all on Thursday with the next review of 90 Day The Other Way. Have a good night.
Good night.